Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and a question that occasionally comes up when I cover stuff like the Boston Lloyd video yesterday, or I've done my Fake Natty series quite a bit in the past, of there's confusion as to what my actual stance is on things like gear in general and any sort of PED. And my stance has always been that I am neither for or against these things. I am against people lying about their gear use for financial profit while claiming some sort of natty status. I am against people recklessly advertising using insane doses of these things or insane practices. I am against minors using them, and I am against people promoting their use to minors. What I am for is educated choices and people making adult decisions after they've done their own research, assessed their own risks, maybe even consulted their medical doctors about these things. That is what I'm for. I'm for people making educated choices and deciding if they're going to do these things or not, depending on the legalities in their individual country. Because I've lived in a country while on YouTube to where these things were perfectly legal to use and possess. And I currently live in a country where they are not without a prescription. I personally don't believe in regulating anabolics at all. I don't think they should be regulated substances to the degree that they are in some country. They shouldn't hold a criminal penalty for recreational use for the most part, or particularly for professional use. I don't think they should be banned in sports. I don't think they should be tested in for sports. I think that they should be regulated at about the same level that alcohol is, because they hold about the same degree of danger overall that alcohol does, which means, stiff criminal penalties for giving them to minors, promoting their use to minors, but responsible adult use based upon educated decision and personal choice. That's the viewpoint I hold of these things. And I always want to make that clear, so people need to understand I am neither for nor against these substances. I am pro-education, and I am pro-responsible adult choice. And that's where I differ with guys like Boston Lloyd and Rich Piana, who do promote kind of gross abuse of these things. Although I will admit with Boston doesn't actually recommend their use. I'll give him props for that. The guy does get up and say, I don't recommend that you do what I do. And I at least appreciate that, but I still consider a lot of that to be reckless. And again, as far as the legal end of things go, I don't think they should be regulated to the degree that they are inside the United States. I think the way that they're regulated here is excessive and over the top for the most part. And I'd like to see more intelligent and more educated laws written on this, and I think countries like the UK do a little better of a job on it than we do over here in the United States with this particular topic. And again, back to the point of sports, I think even testing for them and banning them in sports is silly when the people can continue to use excessive amounts anyways. You have no way to test for it, and even blocking the use of them is actually contrary to the real philosophies of how real champions think in sports. It's really at odds with the entire idea of sports, which is win at any cost. But as far as the recreational user goes of something like that, my views are very much libertarian on it. I am not for or against. I am only pro-education and pro-educated choices. And people just kind of doing research and understanding the risks and rewards before they even consider doing anything like that as a grown, mature adult. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.